All right, everyone. So hopefully that was a good kind of basics of cascading style sheets, aka CSS, and seeing how it relates to HTML. Okay. So remember that your discussion about HTML is due Wednesday, as is the Zoo Lab, which is about file management. I'm also giving you guys two new labs, and then I'm also going to talk about your first assignment. Your lab I'm giving today, which is the 10th. This will be due next week, which is the 17th. This is basics of about CSS. It kind of goes over everything we talked about today, including writing basic CSS, integrating it into an external file. Um, it also gets into, things like typography. It actually gets into some elements we're not going to talk about till the next session on Wednesday. But you have time to work on it, at least start it. It's kind of your, download the instructions. All the files you need are inside, as are the instructions. This will be due, today is the 10th. This will be due on the 18th. Technically, it'd be Monday, but it's President's Day, so I'm not making it due on that day, but it'll be due on Wednesday. Okay. The other part, which I'm assigning, which will also be due on next Wednesday, which is the 19th. So once again, with the portfolio project you guys are doing, we're going to extend that a little bit by adding in container tags and also adding in basic CSS. So let's start with the HTML part. I want you guys to take your web page, your portfolio.html, and break it into using container tags. So remember, container tags are kind of used to organize areas of your page. So like, I'd like you to use the header for the elements that go on the top of every page. For you guys, that would be like your banner. Your footer is, I would like you guys to put in the copyright year, what year it is. And then for all your other stuff, the stuff that's specific to this page, I would like that on the inside of a main tag. For each of your sections, your portfolio, your biography, your resume, and your hyperlinks, each one of those, I would like those to be a section. The section should be a subset of the main section here, okay? For each of your images that has remember I asked you guys to have a portfolio piece that had a short description. I would like each one of those to be a figure, okay? So remember that a figure, or one thing that you need to remember, is a figure has a single image and then it has a fig caption. The fig caption is going to be the description about that image, and that would be one figure. You would do this for each image that you have, okay? If the image doesn't have a description, like the banner, you don't need to put it in a figure. And a figure also only holds one image. So sometimes I see people put 3 images inside. That's not the way that would work. You'd only have one image and one fig caption per figure, okay? So that's the HTML requirements in terms of setting this up using container tags. Then I'm going to have you guys add in a CSS document. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is create a new CSS document for your composition. I'm going to add in make a new CSS document, call it CSS or style.css. Oops. I want you to connect your portfolio to the style.css. And then I want at least 5 CSS rules. Okay, what's a CSS rule? Well, CSS rule would be like, H1, brackets, color red, font size 42 points. This would be considered one rule. So I want at least 5 rules. Okay. At least for, you should define the typography for at least 2 different HTML tags. This could be like font size or color or letter spacing, anything I've talked about. You can use the W3 schools as kind of references here. Okay. I would also like you guys to apply a background color image, background image, or background gradient to your web page. Okay. We haven't talked about that yet. That's actually going to come up in the next module where we talk about CSS backgrounds, but I'd like you guys to do that as well. What you guys will do is add your CSS document and any other related images related to the CSS to your root folder. So let's pretend this is all the stuff you need. You would compress it and then submit that. Okay. And that will be due, today is the 10th. This will be due on Wednesday, the 19th. All right. In the next video, I will talk about your first assignment. All right.